Here's everything you need to know about the first 5 years of Crossroads in 9 minutes and 54 seconds.
Sponsored by Crossroads Mugs. We're glad you came today. And Crossroads Pens. Take several. One of them is bound to work.
Crossroads is a different kind of church. They started off as a daughter church to Grace Church in Mahomet. Now they're kind of a sister church. Kind of like having Grace in Monticello. Someday they may be a mother church, but we're getting ahead of ourselves. Wondering what's different about Crossroads? Here's the deal. The guy in charge is Mike. He's kind of different. He's a pastor that used to be an accountant. His wife Cindy is normal. They have 3 kids, kind of normal. Cindy thinks starting a church is a good idea for other people. But then the Colts score 21 points in 5 minutes and kick a field goal in overtime to beat Tampa Bay. That's not normal. Cindy thinks it could just be her, Mike, and 5 people sitting in their living room. The first service actually has over 100 people. That's big. Bigger than their living room. Many people help start the church. That's good. Everyone prays. Prayer is good. They start meeting in the Best Western's banquet room. That's kind of different. Teams begin forming. That's good. Cindy and Mary work with little kids. The King's family have 37 children, so they work with kids too. They have a soft launch on Easter 2004. A soft launch is when they start having church but don't tell anyone. They practice church for 3 weeks before Easter. Every week they set up and tear down everything. Some teams get to take apart the dance floor, deodorize the room after frat parties or wedding receptions from the night before. Teams are good. Odors are bad, especially for a new church. But there's free hotel coffee. Coffee is tasty. 144 people come to the Easter service. That's good. The next week, 30 people don't come back. That's bad. Donut holes are brought in to go with the coffee. Attendance goes back up. Very good. Crossroads also has indoor pool parties. No other church has an indoor pool. They try not to brag. 3 people are baptized in the pool. Very cool. One day in July, they have church at Forest Preserve Park. Mike says,
"Today is going to be a little bit different."
Mike will say that many times in the next 5 years. Mike also says,
"And if you're like me, and I know I am,"
he will say that a lot too. People still don't know what that means. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. The church grows. Mike hires Aaron. Aaron sings good.
pull out the barrel.
He's kind of different from Mike. He has cool hair and a pierced ear. His wife is Leah. No, not that Leah. No, not that Leah either. Yeah, that's her. She sings good too. They have 2 kids. They spend time together. Now there's 3. Mike thinks everyone needs chip clips. That's cool. These chip clips have magnets on them. Very cool. The average lifespan of the magnet staying connected to the clips is 3 weeks. Not cool. The church needs to have a business meeting. Crossroads decides to have an extravaganza instead. Extravaganza. That's a fun word. At the extravaganza, they serve cookies with the budget. Budgets go better with cookies. They also have chippies. Chippies is an acronym, or an acrostic. It's hard to tell the difference sometimes, but it's not a synonym. Chippies are awards for Crossroads helpers in practical positions inspiring excellent service. Carrie made that up. She's clever. She takes the chip clips and makes awards out of them. Very clever. 9 more people get baptized in the pool. That brings the total to 12. Woohoo. The church grows to almost 200. The banquet room isn't that big. The Monticello School Board says Crossroads can meet at the middle school as long as they clean up after themselves and don't break anything. They start meeting at the middle school. Then Steve breaks something. Mike tries to hide it with super glue. It doesn't work. He confesses and apologizes profusely to the principal. She forgives him and says,
"It's okay, just don't break anything else."
They quit breaking stuff, mostly. They still have to set up and tear down every Sunday. It takes a lot of time, but they're fast. It's kind of like this. Maybe not that fast. They bring in a goat for Easter, and Pete dresses like a high priest. He's very good, but the goat looks better. They clean up after the goat. The goat leaves the building. That's good. The high priest sits down. Very good.
No goats were harmed during the service. Any similarities to priests, living or dead, is purely coincidental.
The first Dead of Winter card party is held. There's no wagering. Everyone has fun. Mike gives 2-to-1 odds that the next party will be better. The entire church goes to Clinton Lake on a summer day. It's the best day ever. They sing songs, hear stories, go boating, eat food, and 9 more people are baptized. Woohoo! Mike decides to retire because he doesn't think church can get any better. He's wrong. Just wait. Jim starts to bring different coffee to church. It gets better.
Sponsored by Steeple Gallery Coffee House, where friends meet and pray.
More people want to be baptized. That's good. The lake is frozen. That's bad. They go back to the Best Western for baptism. That's good. The pool is broken. That's bad. They fill the hot tub. Good. But the water is cold. Brr. 5 more people are baptized. Woohoo. The next extravaganza is held at a borrowed church again.
Sponsored by Open Hearts Foursquare Church. Our church is your church.
This extravaganza is different. It has monkeys. and 2 more baptisms. Woohoo. Mike takes the microphone into the water. He pretends like he's being electrocuted to amuse himself. He's amused. Back at the middle school, Mike says, "Today's going to be kind of different." He skateboards in. But doesn't break anything. The school board reminds Mike, "You can't meet here forever. The church looks for land. It's everywhere. Some land costs a lot of money. They can't afford that land. Other land is in Mexico, but that seems a bit far to drive. Other land is just right. They buy that land. Now they need to build a building. The team goes to Mexico to practice. The water is yellow. They don't shower much. They build a building and give it away. Very nice. They come home. They decide to build for others. They break ground with shovels. The ground breaks well. They hire Nat. Nat knows how to build a building. Sue helps Nat. She does lots of stuff. Robin says color matters, so she paints, and paints, and paints some more. And then she paints again. That's good. People write prayers and sign the walls. Kind of different, but good. They have an outdoor pool party. No baptisms, but there's a diving contest. It's on, like Donkey Kong. Some divers are better than others. They also have food. Food is good. Back to Clinton Lake for a service, boating, and baptism. 8 more people are baptized. That brings the total to 36. Woohoo. Mike decides to retire again, but he doesn't believe church can get any better. He's wrong. Just wait. During the Christmas service at the middle school, the lights mysteriously go out at the perfect time. No one knows how it happened. Kind of a God thing. Very cool. 2 years later, they cancel Christmas Eve because the power goes out at the wrong time, and the parking lot is like a skating rink. That's bad. But God is in charge of the weather, and He's good. Wait, we're getting ahead of ourselves. Back up. The building is coming together. Many people help build it, paint it, clean it. Very cool. Mike thinks that this is the best church ever. He's not talking about the building. The church keeps growing. They have over 250 at Easter. The kids' classes divide and add more groups. The youth group splits into middle school and high school. The youth are fun, and they serve in lots of ways, and they don't break much. Another year, another extravaganza, another service in the park, another trip to Mexico to build another house, another pool party, another card party, a progressive dinner, and the coffee keeps getting better. The 3rd church service at the lake is held, and 11 more people are baptized. Woohoo. Mike decides to retire again because he doesn't think church can get any better. He's wrong. Just wait till you see what's next. The building construction continues, and experts are hired to give updates. Their names are Butch and Patty. Very informative. Butch's last name is DeWalt, like the tool. Patty's last name is Cake Bakersman. It's like a play on words. Quite clever, like British stuff. They talk a lot, but don't say much.
Sponsored by Butch and Patty Action Figures. Microphones sold separately.
Finally, the building is finished. They move in. The walls are silver. They bring their own chairs to the first service. That's kind of different. They discover it's windy to have the building at the top of a ridge, so they planted trees. They're not helping. Maybe in 20 years. The church service rocks like no other. And we're not just talking about the worship music. Let's talk about the worship music. Crossroads loves music. Music is good. Some music looks like this, and then became this. And sometimes looks like this. Or this. And now it looks like this. It still rocks. Crossroads has lots of videos, like the one you're watching right now. And drama. This is what the dramas have looked like. Oh. Aw. Scary. They have a comedy cafe. That's kind of different. People laugh and drink coffee and eat food. Food is good. Satan was in the comedy cafe. Satan is bad.
I fell into a burning ring of fire.
He went by the name Lucifer. Lucifer. Clever, huh? They have their first extravaganza in the new building. There's a rapper,
I know tonight my beats will be like there's something that's been dead.
another monkey, and an accordioner, and a budget, and cookies. You can't have a budget without cookies. One Sunday, everyone dressed in orange. It was Orange Sunday. Kind of different. There was a 30-hour famine. Very sad. But it raised money for World Vision. That's good. Mission trips go to New York and New Orleans, where homeless people are fed and houses are repaired. Very nice. The 4th service at Clinton Lake is held and 18 people are baptized. That's a record. But who's counting? We're up to 65. Woohoo. Mike stopped deciding to retire because he believes church can get better. Just wait till you see what's next. It will be different. Out of the box. Like where God is.